Welcome back to my channel, folks. What you got there, what you got there, what you got there. Today we're going to be talking about replacing the factory speakers in a 2008 Grand Marquis. I'm going to show you how to do it. It's very simple. Make sure you have a little ratchet set. The smallest your ratchet is, the better it is, especially for the back. And make sure you have a big ratchet as well, because you're definitely going to need that. And when you're doing this, don't use nothing like when you pulling up these panels and stuff like that. Don't use no screwdriver or nothing like that. You'll mess up your stuff. Just use something like something with plastic or something. But I'm going to show you what you have to do. I'm going to start with the driver's door first, because the driver's door got the most. So what you want to do is remove this bolt right here. There's another one right here. Okay, that's my lights on my car. You want it with that flash in this. All right, and there's a light right there as well. I mean a light, a bolt there, my fault, because I was thinking about the lights. But there go a bolt there, a bolt there, a bolt there. So there's only 3 bolts you have to remove. After when you do that, right, you come up here and see this part right here. Just don't pull this out right here, because this is a little piece that sits in here just like this. If you pull this out, this will snap off and break. So gently apply it right here, and then you have to pull this out. Okay, take this off, because you can't remove the door if this is not removed. After that, okay, you will actually jump to this next. So you apply something right in here to lift this up. Make sure your hand is right here now, because if you don't, when you pick this up, this will snap. This little part right here, you don't want to snap off. So make sure you keep your hand right here. Now this is tough around the end. Now these clips right here is very tough. So when you pull it up, not bend it like in, pull it up, this will come out, and you just pull this out. It's raining out here today. After that, there's a screw that sits inside this door. You remove this screw inside the door. This is a torque screw behind here. You can pull this out right here. This will come out right here. So there's a torque screw right behind here. Okay. After when you get all that removed, you could choose to unscrew this, take this off, or leave it on. But I took mine off when I took off the door. Now, so all you have to do is pull the door up. When you pull the door up, it will come off. Now you just don't pull the door off, because you got wires in here now. You detach this wire, and these right here, as soon as you take this pen off, you just detach all these wires. So when you take this pen off, you just detach all these wires. So make sure you detach all these wires. And these wires, you don't have to like mark them not like that, because it's common sense tell you where they go. Then a trunk wire, you have to remove the one down here, and it's a wire over here. So when you take this door off, you have to reach behind here, down in here, to detach, the wire here, and a wire up here. And that's it. Then you just take your door off. And inside, what you will see is, I'm gonna shut my door so you can see what your speakers will look like in the inside. You will see this in the inside. So this is what your factory speaker looks like. So now you know, because a lot of people don't show you what their factory speakers look like. But you could tell mine is in an awesome shape. Like, look how brand new that looks. It looks just like it came out the factory. This is the cover part that I didn't put on. I'll explain to you about that. Now, in the speaker, in the door, you could fit, this is oval now, you could fit maybe 6x9s. I know most definitely you could put 6x8s in here, and 5x7s. Now, your speaker is sitting in with 3 screws, which will be one here, and one down here. Okay, which is, it's like a rubber seal. But you need that rubber seal now, because these are factory holes that they put in there. So when you buy your aftermarket speaker, you're gonna be like, why the holes doesn't allow it? Because Ford didn't make these cars for that. So they didn't expect people who's gonna take them apart and do all that other stuff. So when you open, don't be surprised only seeing 3 holes. Take that rubber piece off. What you would do is, these bolts on top, unscrew all 4 of these bolts right here. After when you get the speaker out and you detach the speaker, okay? Take all them bolts off. There's a rubber piece that sits right on the edge of this, right? That's the rubber piece you need. You take that rubber piece off and you put it onto your new speaker on the back, and the same screws you took off of here, you just screw them back on. Then after that, you put your speaker in, well, to connect the wires, and then you put your speaker back in. I got mine from Sonic Electronics. Sometimes I go to Clutchville. Now after you screw the 3 screws back in, but before I did that, I put a distortion type of styrofoam thing here so the sound will stay in, and I'll show you that when I get to the back. But after when you put that in, whatever, you screw them 3 screws down, and after that your speaker will be in, and then you put the door back together. Now when you put this door back together, when you put the door back on, you have a little clip down here, a clip right here, and these 2 latches that sits actually at least right here, and there's another latch that sit right here. Okay, now when you put the door, you have to make sure these 3s is sitting in first. After when them 3s sitting in first, okay, you connect your wires. Okay, after when you connect your wires, now this is the thing. Now you might want to go to the side of the door, which is on this side, to see what you're doing. Okay, now when you put your door on, these clips right here, you want to get them on, so you want to put them on the clips, and after when you put them on the clips, you want to make sure this is lined up as well. And after when you do all that, you just push the door back down, and it'll go right back in this spot where it was. And you just put everything back together, like put your bolts back in and everything like that, put this back or whatever. Make sure when you put this back in, you slide this in first and then press down or whatever. Make sure that this goes on last, so this definitely goes on last. You don't put this on first at all, this goes on last. If you screw these off, then you put these back on, if you screwed it off. And the same thing you do, which you do on this side, so you will do on this side of the door. The only thing about the passenger side, it don't have that many wires, so you just repeat yourself. It's a very easy thing, it's not hard. And I'm gonna show you what I did in the back. To do the back, what you have to do, you don't have to remove all this stuff like what people will be telling you. Look, grab right here, pop the seat up, take the seat out. Okay, after you take the seat out, you will have this metal piece under, so put something down for your knees, you'll kill your knees. Okay, then after that, you need a big ratchet. There's a bolt here. Okay, with this seat belt right here, there's a bolt that sits right here, and over in that corner with the other seat belt, there's another big bolt sit right there. The tension on the seatbelt, just don't let it spring up. It'll probably smack off your window. You don't want that, okay? After when you get them bolts out, okay, you pull your seat up, which is a clip here, sits right in the center. There's a clip here, and a clip in the center over there. When you pull your seat up, you pull it up, and you just take your seat out. Then you got 2 tabs. One sits here, okay? It's a tab, literally sits right here, and there's another tab that sits right over here. You just pull them tabs up, okay? After when you pull them tabs up, this is very simple too as well, okay? You don't have to move these side panels. You don't have to take this light off, okay? This is flexible. Like I said, this is a 2008. This is kind of flexible, this back deck right here. So this is kind of flexible. So what I did was, I lift this side up right here in this corner. This might come out a little bit, but you could push it right back in. This side came up a little bit, which that side did too as well. Now put something in here to hold this up so I can work under it. Get a small ratchet now. The smaller the ratchets, the better it is. There's only 4 screws you got to take out. I took all 4 screws out. When I took them 4 screws out, I had to, connect my new speaker, put that little distortion thing in here. There's this styrofoam thing I'll show you when I open my trunk. And then after that, I put my speaker in, connect it. And then after that, I screw them all back down. Now, if you got real big hands, you might won't be able to get it under as much. You understand? You might have to remove your tail light, which is your window light. You'll move this first, and after when you move that, you'll take these panels. These just snap out. These comes out easy, so don't worry about it. See, I can show you. Look right here. These they snap out. They're very easy to come out easy. I gotta push this one actually all the way back in the plastic. Matter of fact, I'll do that when I get done. But after when you do that, whatever, you put everything back together. If these sides come up, you just push them back under. And then after that, you put your 2 tabs back in, which is these 2 tabs, you put those back in, okay? Then you bring your seat in. You put your seat in. after when you put your seat in, just make sure your doors is open and make sure you're not on the street with a lot of traffic because you'll lose your door. Okay, now you'll put your you'll put the seat down, which is first, and then after that you'll put your seat belt that holds down to the bottom of the piece of your seat, which is the back seat, and then you put your bolt on top of it and you screw your bolt down. After when you get all those done, so like I said, you do this one, then you do that one, then you do that one. After you screw all your bolts down, okay. Now this seat, you got something like this. They look like a hook, like this, okay, which this bottom seat sits in. So this is going to be hard to do. You got to push in and push down, and you'll hear it click right in, and that's it. You know, it's very easy. And I'm gonna show you actually in my trunk. It's raining out water. Because you know, so you open the trunk, water. But look right here, you see that? That's the things that I use to keep the sound in my car, so they won't sound distorted. So you might want to order some of those. Those work well. And I put 2 little holes in the side so they could get air. So it's a pretty easy thing. It's not hard. The other thing I wanted to show you is this, about this. Now, a lot of people don't believe that you could put big screens in here. And I'm gonna start this car real quick. I'm at the car wash because it's raining, like I said. I'm not washing my car. I'm just sitting in here for just protection so I won't get rain on. Now, that's how you put your speakers in, like just this, very easy. Now, they tell you, a lot of people tell you this, that I'm turning this down because I don't want to get for copyright or nothing like that. So a lot of people say you can't put big screens in here. Look, you could put big screens in here. Let me change this video, whatever, because look, you can watch videos in here and everything. So I ain't gonna show you too much of videos and stuff like that because I don't know, they're trying to get you copyright for that. But oh, the GPS popped up. But look, the GPS is pretty big. Just to let you know, you can make it full screen, the GPS, if you want to. But like I said, a lot of people say, oh, Boss radios is garbage. It's all about what model you get, you know what I mean? And like, for example, this takes you to like the apps and everything like that. And you go in here and, like, for example, I'll show you, and you could like watch videos and stuff like that on here. So you could watch movies or whatever. And you know, if you want to know any questions, like, you know, post them below in the comment section and I'll respond back. You know, anything you need an answer to, anything, and then I'll answer, believe that. So it's a pretty cool thing, you know. You'll like this thing. I just got to figure out how to make it wide, but there's a way. Hold on, there we go. See how, look at that GPS. Now that's big, huh? So that's showing you something. So I don't know, it's just showing you the radio. So you know, you could put, this is like a 10-inch screen, so you could put that in here. Yeah, that's where switches to the lights under my car, because the lights, you know, I like lights, and so my car changed color underneath. But thank you for tuning in. Thanks for just subscribing, you know. Thanks for hitting the like button, you know. Stay tuned, gonna make it another video, you know. And like I said, if you need an answer to anything, you know, post it below and I'll answer back, believe that. But this is how you put these speakers inside your car. So it's very easy. Just make sure you get the clips that goes in here correctly. But this is the actually speakers that sit in the 2008 Grand Marquis. So you got the model number and everything, because a lot of people don't post stuff like this. you know, and they don't break it down to you what you have to do and stuff like that. But I just show you the faster and easy route with the back, because a lot of people don't explain that. But see you next time. What you got there? What you got there? What you got there?